5, how many of them are you actually gonna text back?
None.
Why do you give your number out?
You are not the father.
You asked him without putting him in a position to feel like he needs to lie to keep your mouth from becoming disrespectful. I took something about him and I made it about me.
Expect to get lucky at the end of the night?
No, I don't care.
About their way to seek vulnerable women.
My divine feminine.
I thought you couldn't bring jewelry on the plane. Hey guys, welcome back to More Than Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
How many times has a guy asked for your number tonight?
Like 5, not
5?
that many.
Okay, so like out of the 5, how many of them are you actually gonna text back?
None.
Why do you give your number out?
Because like it's just a real quick like, here, get my number and then walk away. Like I don't.
You just want him to leave you alone?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
give him your real number?
Yeah, and block or I don't respond.
No intention, right? And this girl, I gotta be real, she gotta be at least like a 4, 5, and still the entitlement is at an all-time high. What do we do?
What are you waiting for?
This is the way.
Mr. Benning. Mr. Benning. You are not the father. I'm very sorry.
It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna be there. I'm lonely when she calls daddy. You can't change it. We spent 2 years together. You can't change that. You can't take that away.
He couldn't tell that wasn't his daughter?
Earlier that if Robin was not your biological child, it causes you to doubt whether or not you truly are the biological father of Jermaine Benning Jr. And because of that doubt, the court wants to make sure when you leave here, you have the whole truth.
I think I deserve at least that, Your Honor.
It comes to 6-month-old Jermaine Benning Jr. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Benning, you are not the father.
She belongs to the streets.
It's not my fault.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Benning.
I got cribs and playpens and toys. And I've done everything that I do. And
Ms. Bodine, do you know who Jermaine Jr.'s father is?
No, Your Honor. I didn't know that was going to come out like that.
You can't make it up.
Well, you may not have known, Mr. Benning.
It's funny because both of those daughters, both of those kids have different fathers. That daughter doesn't even look like the mother. And then the son looks like the mother, but definitely doesn't look like the father. What should this man do?
Look at that lady. That lady face shows life been kicking her ass before the brick.
Oh my God. There's so many stories like this.
Do you look at her?
People
when she talking,
trying to get it.
You like, oh, this has been through it.
Yeah. Rough. Hashtag rough out there. Yeah.
Don't she got them blunted out gums and lips too?
Does she? I don't remember.
I don't know. It's dark. I mean, like, you can pull her up if you want to. Shit, I'm just saying. I looked at the bitch talk and I was like, what is this? You know what? You know what the lames never thought to. Soon as she started talking and she said what happened, I said to myself what I would have asked her if she came at me with that story. I would have been like, "What was you doing in the streets?"
Yeah, but that's a known thing though. Women are consistently blaming men for things, like especially when women are at a party, right? And a lot of guys know, and a lot of guys follow this. If you're somewhere at a party to get together and the woman's drunk out of her mind, avoid. avoid that, because things like that, what Brick Lady did, they will blame on you, not even realizing you had nothing to do, especially if you smash and she allowed you to smash. Could you imagine? She's thinking, how did I get here? She was so blackout drunk. She doesn't remember anything. She just gave it up. Or she'd just been, women get drunk to get sexual and anything happens, but avoid it.
How do you know if your man is happy? Have you paid enough attention to his mannerisms, befores and afters? Have you done your research? Have you even asked him? Let me rephrase that. Have you asked him without putting him in a position to feel like he needs to lie to keep your mouth from becoming disrespectful or not understanding him? Because a lot of the time all I hear is, well, I do this, you haven't recognized this, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. I've done it too. I feel like maybe I have given it my all. But I soon realized that maybe that's my problem. I took something about him and I made it about me. Accountability. Next time I needed to try to be a bit more understanding. Softer approach, without judgment and without haste to shut him down. To put him in a space of love and sincerity. Hey, I've noticed you've been spending more time at work. You've been a little bit more quiet. You've been playing the game a lot and I miss you. Is there anything that I can do to help you feel more at home, more at peace? See what their response is.
Their response is going to be, what did you do with my woman? No, I'm joking. But no, guys need that. Guys truly need someone that actually cares, right? If a woman does something like that, a man can turn around and go, wow, she actually cares about me. I came home from work. She didn't talk about her day. We didn't start automatically talking about her, because you're showing a man any kind of attention, and the small things matter. If a man comes home and you have his meal ready, he's happy, right? Because what happens a lot of times, men will be going through turmoil and will never say a word. Why don't we say a word? Sometimes there's no need to. We're not looking for a shoulder to cry on. So that's just what we learned as men growing up. No one's going to help you. No one's going to care. And you know what? It's true. Let's go on to the next one.
What's the most you'd spend on a first date?
It don't matter to me. Ain't no limit to me.
What's the most you have spent on a first date?
On a first date, about 1,000, 1,500.
Wow, out the gate.
Out the
Why are you spending that much on a girl who you don't even know?
Because I know that's what they for the money.
Spending that money because he knows they want him to spend the money. This is what happens. This is why guys are being put to the test all the time, because there's men out there doing stuff like this.
And you got some that love you because of who you are. You get what I'm saying?
So when you spend that amount, do you expect to get lucky at the end of the night?
No, I don't expect that all the time, because it ain't always about, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always about sex. I don't really care about that. Once you get it so much, you get what I'm saying? You just don't care for it.
So what do you care more about then?
Just like if you have all the money in the world, did you care about the money no more? You don't give a the money no more, right? That's how it goes.
So what do you care more about when it comes on to a woman?
I don't like girls, first of all, with too much makeup. Let's get that clear.
Do you feel the same way about BBLs and fake boobs and plastic surgery?
Yes, I feel the same way.
But
That's
why
how you were born? Keep it like that, you know?
Yeah, so at least he wants to ruin this, and a lot of guys do. But you out here spoiling women, brother. Listen, people like to say it's not tricking if you got it. I like to say you're ruining it for the next man, right? Also for yourself as well, because when you do that $1,000 dinner date, you think our standards go lower or higher? It goes from here. You starting at 1,000. Woo! And you're not gonna be saying at the end of the day, "Hey, doesn't matter. It's just money." Oh no, you're gonna feel it.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't give a.
Yeah. So what?
We heard it in the back. Ah! But no, like, what's the need to say that? Like, why say anything? Just keep your mouth closed.
If you haven't, please go watch the original video so you can understand what this video is about. Passport bros finding vulnerable women in third world countries and then trapping them into horrible marriages in America is real life. It's not just a scenario. Just because I use the word scenario in my comment doesn't mean that this doesn't just happen in real life, because it's most definitely happened in real life. And it most definitely continues to happen in real life. You're taking my video and applying it to every single long distance relationship that involves people from two different countries. And that's not what I'm telling you to do. Obviously, the video is about men that purposely go out their way to seek vulnerable women.
Yes, show me a mean face, Kenny.
Why would a man seek out a woman and trap her for abuse? That's not what's happening. This is what's happening. Look at this guy. He's proposing to his Filipino fiance. My knee was still injured from training. Check this out. He kissed her feet. I thought you couldn't bring jewelry on the plane. That's what his lady said. I'm sorry I lied. Stand up, honey. Proposing. Look at the serviceman. What's her name? Will you marry me? What does that look like to you? So I can't see how a guy could go from that to, oh, I want to do you wrong. That's just not happening. That's not happening. Come on now. Be for real.
One, just because you're a man doesn't mean you're a leader. That doesn't come with the territory. Leadership is something that has to be studied, practiced, mastered, whatever. And yes, women can be leaders as well.
Absolutely.
Not everyone is meant to be a leader, and just because you have nuts does not automatically sign you up for that. So there's that. Then, divine masculine energy is not, and I love Professor Odie. I literally shared this today. Does not require the subjugation of a female to define your masculinity.
That's a sign of weakness, not strength.
Yes, and I mean just basic confidence. Why do what you got going on over there don't got nothing to do with whether I'm a leader. I'm a leader.
That's what who said.
Whether you don't want to listen, what did I say? I was like, me and my my divine feminine. I think one of the highest levels of a divine feminine is that I should be able to work with any man. And I feel like it goes in the reverse for a divine masculine. Like, he can do what he needs to do, no matter who he doing it with. That's like good teachers. Good teachers can teach anyone.
Yep.
Good leaders can lead anyone.
Yep.
Inspire anyone. Convince anyone. Like, and if you can't bring that out of somebody, then you need to work on your skill. But that. Then, of all the reasons that we have as Americans to leave here and go abroad and start life somewhere else, whether it's the food's better, the governments might not be as corrupt, less racism or whatever, not sometimes more racism, but racism, because I looked into living abroad other places. I've started to look into that for myself. So I understand that there's a lot of benefits to moving elsewhere, but y'all choose to be like, no.
No. You can't do that. Passport bros are leaving for those benefits as well. The woman is just the icing on the cake. Get it right. If you actually listen to a passport bro and what he says, he'll say the same thing. Me, I met my wife. She was a wife. I decided to leave, right? But I also left for the cheap living. I also left for the good food. I also left for so many different reasons other than my wife, right? And that's why I will never leave. Passport bro, I had no intention of bringing her back. For the reasons I just stated is why I decided to stay forever, right? The cheap living, the inexpensive food, and not only inexpensive food that doesn't have GMOs. all of that stuff matters. It all matters. And to men, it matters. And as you said, maybe you should think moving, right? I have nothing against passport, sis. I think you should think about relocating and moving to another country because it is a lot better on the outside than it is on the outside. And I have nothing against my country. I love US. It's just that it's gotten very expensive. It's hard to own a home there. Like me right now, I have 2 condos where I'm going to sell them and they're automatically going to be double. Like when I go to sell my condo, it's automatically double. So real estate is even better. So think about like, it's a lot of different reasons why guys leave. I actually want to get into that more in the future, into real estate and things like that, because there's different things that you can do as a passport bro when you leave. There's a lot more to it. But yeah, y'all, thanks for watching. I definitely want to address women that think this way. Men are leaving for those reasons. You have a couple of knuckleheads that are leaving just for women and just to take advantage of women. That's not a passport, bro. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. See you next video.